were
Silent Running.
Silent Running. I actually used Silent Running for a video clip recently, and I had never heard of it. I actually checked out quite a bit of it when I was making this clip. That's a dark ass movie about.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, very dark. And again, another film that assumes failure, assumes our failure to turn things around.
Yeah, I mean, there is a very negative. I think. I mean, I didn't complete reading all the manuscript, but it was a bit of a doomer. I mean, I don't know if there's a happy ending at the end, but it was pretty doomsday in my book. But that seems to be the elan of science fiction of the last 40 years. I mean, I don't see very many attempts at utopia anymore anyway.
You were gonna say something, Dan?
Yeah, what I would say is that sort of era of the dark, the resigned future of a dystopia, that era of science fiction has led right into our new era of superhero worship. and that the powerlessness that we feel on a daily basis because the leaders that we have that have the power to do something, to do anything, our perception is they're not doing anything. You know, we keep trying to elect the right people, keep trying to put the right people in office. They keep speaking to our concerns and then not delivering anything. And so we've seen this sort of rise of the superhero as the individual, the vigilante working outside the law, you know, who can make change, who can deliver results. And I think that obviously in the last, 10 years for sure, if not 15, 20, has really resonated with movie-going audiences.
Well,
that's what the Obama and the Trump presidency are, though. Obama and Trump presidencies were the superhero presidencies, right?
Well, let me ask you this. Well, let me ask this question to the panel and also to the chat. Is there something, and this is coming from a person that will watch every superhero movie and show and enjoy it. Is there something a little fascistic about some of the superhero worship that's going on right now? Does anybody want to elaborate?
Everybody's nodding yes.
like as soon as Dan was making the point of like how these like the art kind of transitions from having a void and then it being filled by this mythic hero, like the first thing I thought was like all of these nerds that will do everything they can to defend Elon Musk, and it's like and just like they or like somehow his personal exploits, his personal endeavors, will somehow save the world just because he's so smart, like even though he's like literally invented almost nothing.
He invented a plug.
Like he redesigned the plug so that only Tesla plugs, like it was like he just basically did a capitalism, like he just made it so it just made it Tesla's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more exclusive, and like that's it. And he said it's got to be carbon fiber. Like the guy's not a genius, but there is this, the superhero worship that's somehow he's going to save the world. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to say, aren't they making like an Obama style Superman movie as well? Because I think this is the thing. We both the Trump and Obama presidencies are like very similar to each other in many ways, because both those presidencies gave you policy-wise pretty much like Obama did the basic Democrat stuff. Trump basically did the traditional Republican thing. But, it was all about style presentation, and people projected all their like hopes and dreams, whether it was liberals looking towards Obama or reactionaries looking towards Trump, onto like this superhero leader who would like save the day. And that really does kind of chime. I really think that's an important observation, Dan, that chimes with the kind of this kind of superhero culture that we have in society, where problems, the collective people acting as collectives can't solve anything. But if you just have one super strong guy to come in to cut away from away for everything, you can do something.
Yeah, the the further analysis of that is that comic books and superhero comic books have always been adolescent power fantasies. They have traditionally in the US, in the West, been a children's entertainment medium. And the characters are so simple, and the colors are bright and vivid, and the a lot of times the powers and the situations and the scenarios are ridiculous, because they're not trying to be told to a mature reader. They're being told to a kid who is just indulging in the idea that they have power, that they can affect the adult world, even though they're 7, 8 years old. And so, looking at that through the lens of like that being popular media, I can say at the same time, it's like that worries me, because it is supposed to sort of be a child medium. But I know that you can also, deal with mature stories in that. But I think it does speak to the same kind of frustration of the 8-year-old who looks around and says, my needs aren't being met. And now you have a 38-year-old who looks around and says, look, I've been through this system my entire life and it is not working. It's not addressing my needs. So I either need to myself be empowered to make change, or I need to put somebody in there who is going to be empowered to make change on my behalf, and maybe just wreck this whole system to get something done. And like you said, I think both the last presidents, Trump and Obama, play a big role in that.
Extending from Trump, though, does QAnon, you think, serve like those same purposes? Of having, and like originally of like some person in the deep state that's, willing to, like put out these informational texts that allow us to, get to the, like, I don't know, whatever goal that they're going for.
I would argue that the QAnon stuff is more about trying to make sense of a world that doesn't make sense. You know how things are supposed to work, and you hear the speeches, but the results you see don't make any sense. And so if someone is now telling you, look, there's a plan to all this, you just be patient and watch, and gives you all these, I knew it had to be that guy working in conjunction with this guy behind the scenes, and that it all makes sense now. That I think that's the allure of that.
Yeah, it is. It's we are magnetically attracted to storytelling, and our lack of effective storytelling on the left leaves people open to wild stories. But the thing about QAnon, of course, it's doling out the story piece by piece, so it's an episodic story as well. It's not just
like Disney Plus and all the Star Wars shows,
right? And they get you,
and
they get
brought to you by
hooked
Fox.
Yeah.
It's QAnon brought to you by Fox. That'd be awesome.
But rather than, I mean, we can mock people for believing crazy shit, of course, and we should, but also recognize the power of storytelling and our absence from that competition.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out. You can catch the live stream of This Is Revolution every Tuesday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. This is Revolution.